Thank you. We have 4 applications for the renewal of junk dealer licenses, and we will take them in the order in which they're on my agenda here. And the first one is order number 23-1008843. Application for renewal of a junk dealer license, Gerald Dumas, of secondhand store, 65 Mechanic Street. Mr. Dumas, would you like to come up to the well? That's as far as you don't want to sit down? I mean, we're going to quiz you for about 20 minutes, Jerry. No, you can stay where you're comfortable. Jerry, you can stay where you're comfortable as long as you have a microphone, right?
Okay. I'm comfortable right here.
Okay, good. Well, it's good to see you. I'm not so sure if we got together any of us got together last year.
No.
Because of the pandemic and so forth. So this is for the listening audience at home, those who watch it at 3 a.m. We do have a city ordinance that we have to have a license if you do deal in secondhand item. Jerry, in 30 seconds, just tell us a little about the store. I know you have one store up on Mechanic Street.
Correct.
Is that the only basically store you have, the only place that customers or people?
Correct.
Yeah.
Or the salon.
What's that?
We have a salon too. I get customers there and I got a
Yeah.
check cashing service. Customers there. But
tell me,
not too many in the secondhand store though. I haven't really been open, you know. Too busy, Don.
Yeah, yeah. My earphone isn't working, so I'm reading lips. By the way, we do have all the applicants. They're reviewed by, I got them right here. I don't leave home without them batteries. One more. One more. Maybe. By the way, all people are do it. Corey on, the chief came in, and everybody with flying colors, everybody did very well. So it's just one more type of business that we have in Marlborough. How's business out there? Is it the pandemic's over? Has it picked up at all? Or is it different than it was 4 years ago, Jerry?
No, things are slow.
Yeah.
I haven't really done much business in my secondhand store since Savers opened up.
Since who opened up? Savers?
Savers, yes.
That's 7 or 8 years ago.
Correct. That's
Yeah.
why I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So for 7 or 8 years, I've had it tough, Don.
Oh.
But I'm gonna get through it.
You're gonna, you know what, Jerry? I know you will.
That's for sure.
Okay, it's time now for the rest of my counselors. We'll start with Counselor Irish. Do you have any
No,
questions? of
thank you, Mr. Chair. I
Dumas?
do not have any questions, but nice to certainly see you in person again.
Thank you.
But no, Mr. Chair, I am all set. Thank you.
Okay. Counselor Brown?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Likewise, the only curiosity I had is if you were still utilizing the business, but that came up in discussion, so I have no further questions. Thank you.
Good.
Yeah.
And I'd love to call on Counselor Dumas, but I can't. And how about, Mr. President, do you have any questions?
No questions, Mr. Chair. I encourage you to make a recommendation to approve the license.
Okay, is that a motion that you gave me?
I can't.
Yeah.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
No, I can't.
Move to
I can't.
You can't?
I can't make a motion. You guys have to make the
Okay,
motion.
who would like to make the motion?
I
Counselor
move
Brown.
to approve.
Okay.
I will second that, Mr. Chair.
Okay, all in favor? 3-0. You're all set.
Good.
Thank you, Mr. Dumas. And
Thank you, folks, for your time. No pressure.
Okay, the second order is order number 23-1008841, application renewal of a junk dealer license, Mr. Bitard at Haluchin Jewelry, 601 Donald Lynch Boulevard. Would you like to come up? You've been here before, but not for a couple of years.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah,
Good evening.
good to see you. I can't walk that second floor of the mall without looking in at your store there.
Yeah, I know. We're on the first floor now.
Oh, that's right, you moved, that's right.
We moved, we have signs, right on the floor, follow the diamond to the new location. We combined store. We had both stores, we combined them into one.
Oh, was that right?
Yeah, Goldstein Swank used to be owned by us. And we were paying 2 rents in the mall, and business is not what it used to be. So we decided to go downstairs because they have a few years left on their lease, and our lease was up. So I said,
Yeah,
thought you save a few $1,000s on rent.
yeah. Sometimes I see you there, but how many employees do you have there, Tony?
I have about 7.
You do, huh? Really?
I have about 7, but except for the weekends, Saturday and Sunday, you're gonna see 2 employees on the floor. The traffic is in there.
Yeah.
We did very well after the pandemic, after, the lockdown, we came back, a few months later, things picked up. We had tremendous 2 years. But the last few months,
Yeah.
it's not just us, everybody in the mall. Just the way business is. And
Yeah.
hopefully we're not heading for a recession or anything, but the signs are not good out there. People are not spending as much.
It seems that way in some ways.
It is, and sometimes because I don't want to look at only my store or other Hanush stores, so I talk to other managers in the mall. I walk around, and everybody's telling me the same thing. And
Well,
the
that's what
big,
happens. I walk around out there, I don't buy. My wife shops and buys.
I know.
I just walk around.
well, next time you
Meet
stop by, I
people.
haven't seen you there in a while. So we expanded the location downstairs. We have a bigger store and a nice, well-lit store. I just came from there. I look at the numbers, I said, I have 3 employees on the floor, where is the business? But the weekend was fine. Saturday and Sunday, we did all right. Monday through Friday, the mall is just not nowhere what it used to be once. And you remember how it used to be when it opened. I've been there from day one,
Yeah.
27 years ago. Yeah, it was the place to go.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I have to admit, I go out on a Sunday, if it's raining out and I can't do yard work, my wife goes out to the mall all the time.
Well, this is, on the weekend, I pray for rain. People pray for sun so they can go to the beach. I
Yeah.
pray for rain
Yeah,
because
well,
rain means business.
that's when I go, yeah.
Rain is business. Not too much rain, though. Too much rain and windy, no good.
And you
Just enough.
you never want snow. You never want snow.
Yeah. A little bit of rain, a little bit of snow, light snow, it's okay. People come to the mall. Yeah.
Okay, Counselor Irish, you have any questions?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good evening, always good to see you. I know you mentioned the mall. It comes up quite frequently. Is the owners of the mall giving you enough tools to succeed with advertisement, bringing in events into the mall? Like you said, you've been there since day one, and it's always good to see these stores filled in the mall.
Yep.
And I was always curious, are they doing their part to retain the stores and the storefronts?
They're not doing enough. The old mall owner, Simon, used
Yes.
to do a little bit of advertising. Now, the mall is owned by a bank now. And the people that run it are just hired to run it. So they don't have the same interest as the previous owner. They're just hoping at the end of the month, nobody gives them a notice that they are leaving.
Now, do you have some input as well as being a store owner in there? Do you have some input to pass on to the owners and? what could be
I
improved?
do talk to the mall owners all the time.
Okay, thank you.
And they're doing exactly what I talked to them about. They said, make sure the mall is lit. In fact, if you walk in there, at least 30% of the stores in the mall are temporary leases. They say, come in, you can leave anytime you want, just, light up the store, no dirty competition, just keep no more lit. So when you walk in there, you see stores open.
Okay.
You know, otherwise, to go in with a business plan and look at the traffic, and you think you're gonna make money, it's not gonna happen. It has to be a very low inventory, low overhead business. You try it for a year, you do well, you renew for another year. Otherwise, those 5 years and 10-year leases are gone, they're history.
Well, thank you for your honesty, and thank you, good to see you. Thank you, Mr.
Absolutely.
Chair.
Okay, thank you. Council Brown, you have any questions?
I don't have any questions at this time. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Council Doucette, did I skip over you last time, or you were not in your seat?
I was in my seat, it's fine, I don't have any questions at this point, so.
Mr. President, do you have any questions?
No questions, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. Do I have a motion?
Yep, motion to approve order number 23-100-8841.
Second.
Okay, all in favor? 3-0. Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you very much,
I'll drop in and see you
gentlemen.
the next rainy
Ladies and
day I'm
gentlemen,
out there.
have a great one.
Thank you.
Casino all, casino.
Okay, we are down now. The renewal of Savers, so that's order number 23-100-8871. Application renewal of the junk dealer's license, an associate waiver by TBI Incorporated, 222A East Main Street. Okay, you ladies want to get in that well, don't you, huh? Well, welcome. This is your first time, huh? This is your first time. Just curious.
Yes.
How long have you people worked at Savers?
I've been with Savers for 8 years.
What, I didn't hear that one.
8 years?
Oh, wow. Wow.
I've been with them for 5 years.
5 years. Oh, you got a lot of years there. It's an amazing store. I go by, I live down that way, and sometimes the parking lot is just jammed. I think Tuesdays is senior day, or discount day.
For the youth.
What, yeah.
For the youth.
Yeah, it's amazing, the crowd that's there. It's amazing the items you have. And to be a, very conscientious city councilor, I go by there quite a bit, and there was one condition we had when we approved this, I don't know, several years ago, that you wouldn't leave items outside. I don't know how you guys move them in so fast, but, right, you take them out the door and then way in the back, and I guess you store some of them in the trailer trucks?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just incredible how I'll go by and I'll get them tonight. Honest to goodness, you just, so you're very aware of it. And that was important to us, because when we approved the original license for Savers, with certain conditions, I went to Framingham, I went to Worcester, and that wasn't always the case. Sometimes I think Framingham has probably changed, cleaned up their act. But you'd go down there and see a sofa, outside the store all day. It'd be raining out or something like that. And that's one of the, things we put in that we didn't want any of that. And you've been good neighbors. I mean, I know you work very closely with some of the schools on fundraising. Do you know anything about that yourself? Have you been involved with that?
Yes, so some of them are fund drives where the different schools will set up a fund drive where they'll come and whatever they donate, we weigh and they get paid for those items. So right now they're changing it to it's going to be on Saturdays at our store.
Very good. Councilor Brown, I'll start with you this time.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'm pretty familiar with Savers. I work in preschool, so I'm usually looking for less expensive things or previously used things to upcycle or whatever. So I've been happy having you in the community. There's always good turnover of merchandise and different things to select. So I don't have any questions. I'm just happy to shop there and
Thank
happy
you.
to see you continue in the community.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good. Councilor
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Irish?
Yep, thank you. Good evening, to meet you for the first time. Like I always say, every year, it's always good to be in this store. It seems like you're very customer-friendly. If people need assistance to their car, that's always a plus. The other thing that is a plus is making sure the aisles stay clear for emergencies and so forth when you're staging the furniture area and things like that. So it's always good to see that that is kept up, and I certainly appreciate that as hearing that feedback from residents as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Councilor Dumas, you must have a few questions. Your father had a few comments, so maybe you have a couple questions.
I have no questions, but I also frequent Savers, even though my dad has a secondhand store, just because it's organized and well lit. So that's why I'm more apt to go to Savers. So I thank you for that. I can find things that I need a lot easier. So thank you.
You're welcome.
How about Councilor Doucette? You,
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. One question as far as taking clothes. Are you guys still taking clothes or not? And is there a scheduled time to drop it off?
Nope, you can drop it off from 9 to 9
Okay.
on Monday through Saturday, and Sundays 10 to 7.
Because I've had some people complaining problems dropping it
So those people no longer work for us.
off. Okay.
Ones that would say no. I was recently promoted to that store 2 weeks ago. So there's a lot of changes to make sure that customers can come and drop easily without nobody telling them no.
Great, okay. Thank you for that, appreciate that.
good. Anybody else have any questions at all? Okay, we're gonna, Savers does have a new manager, and you're the new manager. The old manager did submit a query, but the new manager only submitted her query today. So what we'll do is, we'll be in contact with the chief, but when he runs the query, he will contact Karen, and it will be delivered to the chief when it's sent to her. So I will make the motion in order to recommend approval of Savers renewal of a junk dealer's license together with the approval of all the waivers. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'll make that motion to recommend approval of the Savers renewal of junk dealer license together with the approval of all waivers.
Okay,
Seconded.
second. Okay, all in favor? 3-0. Okay, thank you very much. Wasn't that bad, huh?
No.
So we'll have to drop in and see you now.
Okay, well, we're waiting. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, the only one we didn't get to was order number 23-1008842. It's an application renewal of a junk dealer's license, Best Buy, out at 769 Donald Lynch Boulevard. They could not make it tonight, so we'll put them on, our next meeting, we'll put them on the agenda.
Sounds good, Mr. Chair.
Okay? That being the case, do I have a motion?
Motion to adjourn.
Seconded.
All in favor? We're adjourning at, what is that about?
6:48.
6:48, very good. Well, thank you, good meeting.